I want to talk a little bit about the most important thing you need to know about pitching your business plan. The most important thing you need to do to have a good capital raise when pitching your business plan. So, it's a huge problem, and the answer is you need to be believable, simple, and targeted. You need to be believable, simple, and targeted. What do I mean? So my name is Nick Coriano. I've written 1,000 plus business plans, pitch decks, investor presentations for clients. I have a real estate portfolio. Do investor relations for the microcap sector. Laundromat. I'm an entrepreneur, guys. But I've written over 1,000 of these business plans, and after seeing my successful clients, there was 3 things that they did. Right? Number 1, they were believable. Number 2, the plan was simple. And number 3 was targetable. What do I mean by those things? So, they're pretty much self-explanatory, but I'll give you some examples. Believability. People buy your tone. People understand. Communication is not just words. It's your body language, your tonality, how you speak about things, and then the actions you take, right? So if you're trying to build $1 billion company, if you're a public company CEO and you're trying to build a private company CEO, and you're trying to build $1 billion company, but you only have $1 million in revenue, and in your business plan, it's only showing that you're going to make 10 million the first year, 20 million the next year, right? Up to 50 million the third year. It's not believable. The action steps don't match the ambition. So keep that in mind when you're pitching. Are you believable? And part of it, has to do with self-confidence, right? My clients always ask me a question. Am I asking for too much or too little? I always say the same thing. I don't know. What do you believe you can raise? It's a negotiation when you get out into the field and practice, right? The art of entrepreneurship. And you're out there pitching. Now, I've given this advice plenty of times. I don't think you should raise capital until you have a few $1 million in revenue. You don't need it necessarily all the time. I'm not saying it's always the case. Some people go out and raise capital right away, but generally you want to get your bruises beforehand. But you need to be believable. So that's the first one. You got to be believable. Have the confidence, right? If you walk in and say, I think I need $750,000, doesn't sound confident. You're not believable, man. So, be confident in how you ask. Be sure of yourself. And confidence comes from knowing your stuff, right? So you can't just, talk the talk. You got to walk the walk. You got to know what you're talking about. You got to know your numbers cold. You got to know your pitch cold. And in order to do that, the second trait I've seen from entrepreneurs is that they keep it simple, right? So if this guy has a orange company and he's selling oranges, he's telling you, we got to sell 4 million oranges at, $1 a pop. It's $4 million. We're going to do that every month. And we're going to grow with that money and sell another $4 million, which is 4 million oranges at $1 a piece, which is $4 million. So very simple way of explaining the business and explaining the terms of the investment, right? And usually how simple it is, it decreases a lot of risk in the potential investor's eyes, because as soon as you get too complicated, investor can't follow you. It's hard for that person to see where they're going to get their money back. Sorry, it's raining, so if I put the windshield wipers on, you guys know the noise. So believable, simple, and then targeted. My best clients, the clients that have raised the most money, right, they target their investment. So if they're starting a restaurant, they're not going to a venture capitalist to invest in tech. They're presenting it to food industry people, food industry personnel, former restaurant owners, landlords that operate other restaurants, partners that may have been employed with them in the past operating a restaurant, right? They're targeted. They're super targeted. If they have an investment for, a real estate business, they're going to investors that invest in real estate, right? Or sector partners, manufacturers of certain products go to people in their vertical, right, or in their horizontal. So either people that buy from them or people that they sell to, they go there for an investment because they're part of the ecosystem that they need to survive anyway. So why wouldn't they give them money? If they go out of business as a supplier, it hurts the person who's buying. It hurts their business, right? So they may be more prone to invest. So they were very targeted about who they presented to their investment to. And it's always, I chuckle because I have a lot of clients that say, I know a guy. Well, you know, the bonus rule here is that most of these people went to more than one guy, right? They got to that situation where they had that one targeted investor after going to a bunch of targeted investors and getting that one that said yes. So usually they have more, but those are the three things that really have stood out to me in the past couple of months of the guys who, you know, 7, 8, 9 figure businesses. How did they get there? Well, number one, they were totally believable. I mean, just think of an Elon Musk, right? Part of his believability is that he actually did certain things, like, you know, invented PayPal, or even a Steve Jobs when he's presenting, you know, the iPod, right? And you look at him and it's believable. It's believable. You go, I believe this guy, you know, and he probably, because he has the product in his hand, right? So he wasn't selling you thin air. Or if he was selling you thin air, he was confident and he knew his numbers and he had the answers to the questions. And when he didn't have the answers to the questions, he was still confident in what the outcome would be. And he explained it simply, and he probably explained it to a group of people that wanted to buy it anyway, which were targeted, you know. So those are the 3 tips, you know, I have for anyone who's pitching, you know, their business plan or their pitch deck in front of an entrepreneurship competition or investors, or, you know, a syndicate of investment bankers, or you're on a road show if you're a public company. Keep those things in mind. You want to be believable, you want to keep it simple, and you want to be targeted. Be in front of the right person. You know, sales is easy when the person in front of you needs what you're selling, right? Then it's almost like you don't have to sell, right? So if you do good marketing, if you do good targeting, when you're giving your pitch, they already want to buy it. You know they want to buy it because you were specific enough to get in front of somebody who it would be very lucrative, or they're in the business of, or they're already spending money for that type of investment. So I hope this was helpful. Again, my name is Nick Coriano. Went to business school, went to law school, own a bunch of businesses, real estate, 20 online websites where I provide services like business plans and pitch decks for clients. Run to the bag hats. It's a mindset. You know, the opportunity's out there. You just got to go get it. Go run to it. Go run to your bag. Go run to your dreams. Don't wait there like it's going to come knocking on your door. I hope you guys are great. Grab the hats on runtothebag.com or Run to the Bag Facebook page. Check me out on my links below, and we'll talk soon. Subscribe to the channel and comment. Let me know what you guys think.